I'd like to call Iberia Parish Council meeting October 28, 2020 to order. It is now 6 o'clock. We'll begin with an opening prayer by Brad and a pledge by Lloyd. Everybody please rise.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven,
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Lloyd. Roll call, Brenda.
Tommy Powell.
Here.
Michael Landry.
Here.
Brad Davis.
Here.
Lloyd Brown.
Here.
Warren Goshsang.
Present.
Natalie Broussard.
Here.
Paul Landry.
Here.
James Trahan. Scott Rossonay.
Here.
Eugene Olivier.
Here.
Brian Napier. Lady Fontenette Brown.
Here.
Marty Trahan. Chad Montreal.
Here.
Move.
We have a quorum. Thank you, Brenda. Brian and Marty and James said they wouldn't be able to make it tonight, just for the record. I need a motion now to go into public comment. Moved by Tommy Powlett, second by Lloyd. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, so moved. Policy allows for 3 minutes in public comments. Comments from the general public on non-agenda items. Mr. Warren Lewis to address the council to announce his candidacy for District 2 Council, member of the City of Iberia. Marlon, announce your name for the record.
Marlon Lewis.
On the mic.
Twice. Marlon Lewis, City Councilman, District 2. Hello, everybody. Good evening. How y'all doing? It's good to see you all. My name is Marlo Lewis. Can I remove this to speak? My name is Marlo Lewis. I serve on New Iberia City Council, as most of you know, for District 2. My counterparts, Tommy Powlett, Michael Landry, we work well together in our community. I'm asking my constituency to allow me to come back and continue working. I'm proud of the intergovernmental agreement that we have with the parish. We have a lot of drainage issues that were cleaned up through the intergovernmental agreement. You know, I serve with pride, I serve with dignity, and I serve with integrity. I stand here today on the shoulders of giants. My grandmother's cousin, Nicodemus Nick Harrison, Kick with Nick. My grandfather, Emery Wing Lewis, Win with Wing. My aunt, Peggy Girard, served for 27 years. Taught me how to serve. She served with integrity. She taught me how to serve. She taught me who to serve, where to serve, and when to serve, which was pretty much everybody, people in the district and outside the district. I come from a long line of servants, and that's all I'm asking, that my community, my constituency, re-elect me to continue to serve as I have always served. Even before getting elected in 2016, I served on Western Neighborhood Association, which we helped to revitalize the homes of elderly. I also served as the chairman for Western Business Association, which helped with the T21 grant that helped get the sidewalks paved, the trees planted, and the lamp posts built on Hopkins Street. We still got a long way to go. We have a lot of great projects coming up with our city of New Iberia. I don't think it's the time to change leadership. But again, your vote, your choice. But I've been a solid voice from this community. I'm bona fide, meaning that I'm qualified, I'm real. I'm also qualified, meaning that I've been trained for this job, for this time. I ask that you support me. You guys as well. I've worked with a few of y'all over here. James Trahan, I've called. Chad Montreal, I've called for things. Warren, I've called. Mr. Lloyd, I've called. I have a relationship. Miss Fontenette, I've called. Natalie, I've called. I have a relationship with most of you up here, and I'm going to continue to nurture that relationship, because it's all about New Iberia and Iberia Parish and making this place vibrant, beautiful as it already is, and for it to continue to grow. I'm kind of nervous because I'm with the big boys tonight, but I know, I know I'm in the right spot, being as the city councilman for District 2. And again, I ask y'all to support, pass the word, and to my constituents, vote Marlon Marlowe Lewis, number 93 on the ballot, up for re-election. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Now we'll hear from Mr. Benjamin T. Myers to address the council to announce his candidacy for District 2 council member of the city of New Iberia.
Good evening, Council.
Announce your name for the record,
My name is Benjamin T. Myers. I'm one of the candidates for the City Council, District 2, here in the city of New Iberia, Louisiana. My number on your ballot is number 94. I would like to address some of the issues that we would address if elected to the City Council in this term. We have roads problem in District 2, extremely bad road problem. For an example, the roads in a St. Matthew Cemetery, for example, Fulton Street. This road is in deplorable condition, and I think that the city should do more to get those roads repaired, especially that road in that area on Fulton Street. That's from Cartrell Chapel Church all the way to North Street. Also would like to see sidewalks put in that cemetery, you know, to accommodate the folks that visit that cemetery where we all have loved ones, you know, and things of that nature. I'd also like to see them address that problem we have on LaSalle Street. There's a part of LaSalle Street between Washington Street and St. Peter Street. It is in deplorable condition. I mean, it's not even safe for walking, let alone drive your cars through there. All right, so those are two of the things that I'd like to address with the roads. I'd also like to address the situation we have with our corporation. We have CLECO, who are literally robbing our citizens. It's hurting the citizens in District 2, the citizens on fixed income, senior citizens. We can't afford this electricity bill. They have gone up twice since the Australians bought the company from CLECO, all right? And then they went last year, gave people a $14 stipend to try to distract them while they was asking the Public Service Commission for increase in rates, you know, so we need to address that and get those rates back down. We'd also like to address Corporation Cox. All right, Cox is providing a cable service to our community. It also is the service that brings us to city council meetings as well as the parish council meetings. We can't afford, some of the people in District 2 for the most part, can't afford Cox services. I mean, they are just extremely high with all the surcharges and fees that they have, and we need to do something about that by bringing those things down. I'd also like to talk about that 1961 tax. This tax is designed for roads, park and recreation, as well as the police. Now, we want to talk about we don't have money for roads, but we can brag, the city can brag about they got a $3 million surplus. Well, Jesus, spend some of it on the roads, you know, is what I say. Again, that 1961 tax, if you want to make sure we have money for roads, funding, you take this tax and divide it equally each year, all right, and dedicate my 1/3 for the roads to roads, not to be used for anything else. At least we'll have a fund that we can start to accumulate on, you know, to build and repair our roads, all right? Those are the type of things that I would like to pay attention to. We also need to pay attention to the flooding. We still have extremely bad flooding on the west side of town, particularly in that St. Edwards subdivision area. It's raining just the other day. It's flooded. I'm talking about the least of rain. It's extremely flooded, all right? So these are some of the things that I would like to address, you know, in my seat as a city councilman here in the city of New Iberia. Again, my name is Benjamin T. Myers. My number is number 94 on your ballot, and I appreciate your vote support, and I'd like to thank you all for the time that you're giving us to speak here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. We'll move on to number 2, comment from the general public on agenda items. Persons being considered for appointments to Iberia to parish boards and commissions to address the council. Is anyone here that have not addressed the council that's applying for board and commission seats? If not, we'll move on. Need a motion to go back into regular session. Moved by Lloyd, second by Natalie. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any nays? Ayes have it, so moved. Reports, finance and administrative action, there is none. Reports, parish and other governmental agency, there is none. Public Works report, Public Works Department report for open work orders dated October 21st, 2020. It was in your package. Special business, we have none. Council member announcement. Any council member? Warren?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I've received numerous calls over the past few days about debris pickup, not just in District 5, but throughout the parish. I want to give a shout out to our public works guys and all of our parish employees. Those guys are working tirelessly out there to get that debris picked up. I disagree with putting them there, but hopefully the parish president can update us on where we at. I know a lot of people are concerned that there's still debris from 2 storms ago that's still sitting on the ground. We need to get this in case something happens again. We've had a rain event, a 100-year rain event recently happened last Friday. That's all I'd like to say. The guys from Public Works, I mean, we continue to ask them to do more and more with less, and they're trying their best. I just think at the end of the day, we've got a healthy fund balance in the waste our solid waste fund, and we need to hire to get that trash picked up immediately.
Exactly. I can answer that now. I can do it through.
Larry, no, not yet. I'll let you do
I'm
that
good.
on
Give him
your
a shot in.
part.
Okay.
Hold on, Larry, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other council member announcements? Okay, if not, we'll move on. Parish president announcement. Okay, Larry, you're up.
Okay, sounds good. First, I'm going to start with public works completion for the last 2 weeks. We did some culvert inspections in District 1, District 3, District 8, 10, and 14. We had down trees in District 2, 8, 3, 9, 11, 13, and 14. We did some field drainage work in District 14, some road grading work in District 10 and 14. We did road patching work in District 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 13. We did road repairs in District 5, side boom work in various districts, and we had some trees down in District 10. The next thing I want to talk about is, of course, back on October the 12th, we put out on our website and Facebook trying to make the people of Iberia Parish aware that if they had any type of damage that they needed to report, to go to that website and click on the hyperlink. That would be the quickest way to get this information into FEMA. That is still something that we have there. We're still trying to get reports on damage from Hurricane Laura. And there's also a call-in number. The number is 492-5451. Again, 492-5451. Again, the quickest way to do it is if you have a computer, just go to that hyperlink and put your information in there, send them pictures of everything you have, and we can address it that way. As far as Hurricane Rita, that's actually out there right now, we missed that one, thank God. We certainly had our fair share this year. We have bid openings for the courthouse roof. That's going to be done on November the 5th in the chambers, and that's something that we're looking forward to, trying to get the work done on the courthouse roof. Currently, Public Works is picking up the debris that we have in Iberia Parish. So I can give you an update on where we're at with that. We're currently working with Waste Connections. But so far, our Public Works Department have picked up over 150 loads themselves, and the city of Jeanerette has brought in somewhere close to 20 loads. Currently, we are working with Waste Connection on a plan. In fact, we talked to them again today. And what we're doing, starting on Monday, we're going to have 2 additional trucks. So we're going to have a total of 4 trucks from Waste Connection. The 2 trucks that do bulky waste is going to continue to pick up their bulky waste. And we're going to have 2 trucks that's going to come in on Monday from Waste Connection, and they're going to be riding the same streets. In other words, and what happens, what we're going to be doing is taking pictures of the streets before and after, because a lot of times what happens is people put out garbage and we pick it up so quick, they put the garbage back out and they have made that particular round. So in this particular case, on Monday when Waste Connection is going to get out, they're going to have their regular truck that's going to pick up bulky waste, but there's also going to be another truck picking up the vegetation that we have, bringing it to our landfill, and our landfill will be burning it over there. But the difference, and the way we're going to do it a little bit different this time, is we're going to take pictures prior to cleaning up anything. And the cost that we're doing this time, if you remember, the last 2 times we paid somewhere around $25,000, close to $26,000. This time the cost to Waste Connection is going to be based on a percentage of the parish that they're picking up. So it won't be the whole $25,000. And another thing we have to keep in mind, by using our Public Works Department, we're going to be able to try to get back 75% of the dollars that was actually spent. doing this here. And we have a lot that needs to be done in Iberia Parish, but the number one thing that we have to do all the time is pay attention to dollars, pay attention to economics that we have here, because we work real hard in making sure that we can do what we have to do, but at the same time don't put us in a position to where we're going to hurt ourselves financially. Another thing I want to talk about is the CARES Act. From the CARES Act, so far in Iberia Parish, we have received, some $9,000 roughly. And I'm reporting Iberia Parish, and this number is including Iberia Medical Centers, including the Sheriff Department, is including our public buildings, the fire district, the health unit, the libraries, Generette, the whole nine. The only thing this number is not including is the city of New Iberia. I wasn't able to get those numbers today from the city, but I can report that later. But right now, we have a total of around $9 million that we have already received in Iberia Parish from the CARES Act. We've got a little bit over $1 million that's actually still pending receipt. And keep in mind, we still have a second round to go to try to get more dollars from the CARES Act. If y'all don't have any questions for me, if you do have questions, ask them. But if you don't have any questions, I'm going to get Mike Tarantino. He should be in there,
I have a
Eugene.
question for him, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mike's here, Larry. Well, we have one question for you.
Larry, going back to pickup and what you said about pickup, my concern about Public Works picking up our debris is what happens to regular operations, drainage and road patching. I mean, are we keeping a log on what we're doing as far as the debris pickup?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if there's key time endured and all in this pickup, will FEMA reimburse key time?
If there's what time? Say it again?
Key time? Overtime? Key time?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So what's the estimate of debris pickup? When will we be finished? You know, I mean, I know that's hard to ask, but I mean, it's a lot of concern out there.
It is hard. It's hard to ask, but the way we're doing it right now, Warren, is we're going to continue to use our bulky waste trucks, the 2 trucks that we have that goes around the parish. That's going to stay doing exactly what it's doing. It's not going to stop. That have absolutely nothing to do with hurricane debris pickup. The 2 trucks that's going to come in on Monday is just going to be picking up hurricane debris pickup, vegetation.
So that's also bag, leaves, because the parish has been going around picking up the limbs and things of that nature, but leaving the debris in bags still on the side of the road.
If you have any debris that's in bags, if it's clear bags that you could see in it, we can actually do it. You have to keep in mind, we have a permit that comes from DEQ, and we can't burn. We have to burn just vegetation.
Well,
okay, so if you have something in a black bag, we can't just.
I've been through, I mean, numerous roads, and there's black bags probably literally every road that you drive on in the parish. So I mean, how do we address that?
That's what I'm trying to answer for you.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to answer for you. If you have something in a black bag that cannot be picked up and brought to the landfill to burn, because we don't know what's in that bag, and the only thing we have a permit to burn is vegetation. So that would be picked up and picked up as bulky waste and disposed of by Waste Connection as bulky waste.
Okay. I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, any other questions for Larry? Larry, we have Mike Tarantino at the mic.
Okay, Mike, at this time, Michael is going to do a presentation on rural relief small business grants. This is something that I think that we need to talk about in Iberia Parish. And what you're going to find is that more often, I'm going to get Mike Tarantino. In fact, Mike and I had a meeting today with a couple of businesses. And what we're going to do is get Mike to sort of give a little update on what we're doing in Iberia Parish and how we're trying to work with IDF and IEDA to start to stimulate some things here and work together to bring different opportunities here for Iberia Parish business owners, as well as people in Iberia Parish that's wanting to get into this. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate the opportunity. Want to make sure, again, I'm Mike Tarantino with IDF, and wanted to make sure that we brought this very important information to you. Each of you should have gotten a copy, and I'm happy to provide other copies if you need more to hand out to your constituents. I think it's very important. So what I'm here today to talk very briefly about is And we can't, you know, it's not always that small business grants are very few and far between. You'll find a lot more loan programs than you will grant programs. However, every once in a while there are really good ones that come through, and this is one that I'd like you to know about. There's a national organization called LISC. LISC is an abbreviation for the Local Initiative Support Corporation. It's a national company that gathers resources from foundations all over the country and provides assistance to large cities and municipalities around the country on very special programs. LISC, a couple years back, LISC created a rural division. So rural LISC is exactly as the name implies. It services communities of 50,000 and less. And so there are many of your constituents that live in municipalities that are 50,000 and less. Many in the unincorporated areas will qualify as well. But Rural LISC has asked us to help get the word out on something called the Rural LISC Rural Relief Small Business Grant. This is dollars that have been collected nationally. Most of these dollars have come through the Lowe's Foundation. So whenever you go and do your weekend do-it-yourself home improvement project, a lot of those dollars go toward funding things just like this. These are very important grants, and they're eligible again for small businesses in rural counties of 50,000 or less. And you can see that in your handout here. There have been various rounds of application through the application process. The current round is going from Monday, October 26th, and will stay open all the way until November 2nd. So I'm encouraging folks from all over Iberia Parish, businesses, and we'll share a phone number and a website here in just a second. We encourage you to get in there and apply. It's very easy to apply. It's not a very long and arduous application, and we encourage folks to do it. So again, our communities qualify for this particular loan application. The next round, October 26th through November 2nd, you see that in your handout as well. Grants of up to $20,000 will be made available to those small businesses that are accepted. You can use that $20,000 to, and I should say, these grants were mostly due to the effects of COVID-19 nationally, but they've also carved out a section of those that will be devoted toward disaster relief and disaster recovery. So whether it's coronavirus or COVID-19 effects on small business or disaster, the hurricanes and various things that we've had over the last few months, those are what those benefits are specifically for. That $20,000, you could use it for paying rent or utilities, meeting your payroll, paying outstanding debt to vendors, upgrading your technology, or other immediate operational costs. Even if you got PPP or EIDL, you can still apply. The two have nothing to do with each other, and so you could, if accepted, get a grant on top of that. It can only be for one business per person. So those of you that have multiple businesses, we can only apply for one at a time. These grants do not have to be repaid, as the name implies. Of course, all taxes would, if there are any taxes, those would be applicable. So I do encourage you, if you have a CPA or a bookkeeper, or if you have a business advisor that you trust, you might want to continue to keep them updated so that you can make sure that you're staying with all applicable rules of the IRS. But again, very easy to apply. We set up a website, a shortcut website for folks to go to. I'd encourage all your constituents to go to iberiabiz.org/LISC grant. Again, that's iberiabiz.org/LISC grant. That's a shortcut to all the information you need to fill out this application online. They're going to ask you for some basic information, and that's listed there in your handout. And again, once you get into the application, if you have questions or if you'd like to know more details about this, we've set up a hotline at IDF. Let me give out that number. It's 337-367-7421. That's 337-367-7421. Call us during business hours. We'll be happy to walk you through it, because we want as many businesses in Iberia Parish as possible to apply, so that we can get as many businesses as possible that grant money. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for Mike? Mike, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Larry, any follow-up?
Mike, I just want to tell you did a good job, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Larry?
I think that's it, Eugene. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to our consent agenda items for public hearing and adoption to be voted on at tonight's meeting. Minutes, regular meeting, of October the 14th, 2020. Summary number 144, introduced by the clerk of the council. A resolution accepting the resignation of Mr. Ivy Romero, Ms. Ivy Romero, as a member of Iberia Parish Fire Protection District Number 1 Board, effective immediately. Summary number 145, introduced by Lloyd Brown, District 4, a resolution of condolence to the family of Mr. L. Ray Pollard, brother of Iberia Parish Councilman Francis Tommy Pollard Sr., who passed away on October 11, 2020. Summary number 146, introduced by the parish president, a resolution clarifying that the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development that the parish has met all the prerequisites to participate in the off-road bridge replacement program for a period of October 1st, 2019 through September 30th, 2020. Summary number 147, introduced by the Airport Authority, a resolution declaring certain vehicles, equipments, and other airport authority property as surplus and further authorizing disposal of same in accordance with parish policies and state law as required by the Iberia Parish Airport Authority. Summary number 148, introduced by Lloyd Brown, District 4. A resolution of condolence to the family of Dr. Keith Van Derrick Small, son of former Iberia Parish HUD Director Stanley Small, who passed away on October 15, 2020. Summary number 149, introduced by Waterwork District Number 3. A resolution amending the 2020 Waterwork District Number 3 fund budget in the amount of $100,000 to provide for revenue and expenditure line items for facility planning and control water project carryover and establish remaining balance to complete said project. Moved by Lloyd.
Second.
Second by Michael. Anyone would like to remove anything from the consent agenda? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any nays? Ayes have it, so moved. Motion carries. Ordinance introduced for public hearing and adoption. There is none. Resolution. We're going to go ahead and move to 155 first, if you want to turn your page. Summary number 155, introduced by the Hospital Service District Number 1, a resolution accepting the district budget for a fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021. All as recommended by the Iberia Parish Hospital Service District Number 1 Board and Commission. Ms. Viator is here tonight if you have any questions or any comments. If not, I need a motion in a second. Moved by Lloyd.
Second.
Second by Warren. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, so be it. Thank you, Dion, for coming tonight. Going back to summary number 150, introduced by the clerk of the council, a resolution appointing Mr. Marvin Bodan to the New Iberia Veteran Memorial Building Board for a remaining of a 5-year term to fill a vacancy created by the expiration of term of Raybert Segura, whose term expired June the 2nd, 2020.
So moved.
Moved by Warren. Need a second?
Second.
Second by Michael. Any comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Summary number 151, introduced by the clerk of the council. A resolution appointing one member to the Acadiana Fairground Commission for a remaining of a 5-year term to fill a vacancy created by the expiration of term from Mr. Donald Segura, whose term expired September 24th, 2020. Appointment application received from Andrew Dusnell, I got that right? And George Craig. Okay, I need a motion in a second. Moved by Paul. Second.
Second.
Second by Michael. We need to go ahead and cast the ballots. Use the district number pads. Our vice chair would read out the The votes. Oh, I'll read them out, you record. District 1, George. District 2, George. District 3, George. District 4, George. District 5, Craig. District 6, Craig. District 7, George. George Craig, of course. District 9, Craig. District 10, George. District 12, Craig. District 14, George Craig. What's the total? 11 for George Craig. George Craig, welcome to the board. Okay, moving on to summary number 152, introduced by the clerk of the council, a resolution appointing Phoebe A. Hayes to the Iberia Parish Tourist Commission, representing the Iberia African American Historic Society for a 3-year term to fill a vacancy created by the expiration of term for Ms. Phoebe A. Hayes, whose term expired December the 31st, 2020. Moved by Natalie. Need a second? Second by Michael. Ms. Phoebe did actually table this. She was not able to attend tonight or address the council medical issues, so I'd like to get a substitute motion to table if possible.
So moved.
Wait, Eugene.
Yes.
Didn't she address the council earlier?
I don't have her down as addressing the council, Larry.
Actually, I spoke to her yesterday and she said she had. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I could stand corrected. Any council members recall her addressing the council?
You want to get clarification, just to make sure from the clerk?
Well, Brenda did. I got the clarifications right here for as I know. She never addressed the council.
Mr. Chairman, I do have a question for Andy,
Sure.
if I can. Andy, when we make these appointments, not particularly this one, but we make sure that we're within the ordinance that nobody's serving over 3 terms, correct? Does the clerk go through that process? I'm good. I'm good with the substitute, or, I'm sorry.
On what I would consider to be parish
Boards,
boards
correct.
and commissions.
Yes, sir.
There are some of them that are created by state law.
Correct.
They give you appointing authority. The state law will dictate how many terms they can serve, but your parish boards and commissions created by you, yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I wouldn't mind, or if you're okay, changing the substitution, approving her tonight, contention that she come before us, or a letter instead of us bringing it back again. I mean, it didn't seem like anybody else applied.
Well, we did have an ordinance saying that you have
And we
to
have
address the council
been very
before we can
lenient
make
during
an
the COVID
appointment.
with that
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, I was waiving the personal appearance during the COVID, but we actually stopped that several meetings back. Natalie?
Being that this is a reappointment and she's been before us already to introduce herself, the whole point is for us to know who we are appointing, and this is reappointing her to the same position. I would withdraw my substitute motion to table it and make a motion to waive the requirement that she appear to reintroduce herself.
And I would offer the second, Mr. Chairman, without objection.
Yeah, I got a question. Andy, can we legally do
Let's
this?
suspend the rule.
Yes, you can, and actually, this appointment is a little bit different from some that you have also. The members of the Tourist Commission, actually nominations are made by, I think it's 9 different organizations that were specifically picked by y'all when you did your ordinance to make sure that you had a cross-section of the parish. And Ms. Hayes, both times, has been recommended by the African American Historical Society for doing it. So again, it's just slightly different from the typical appointment where you actually have applicants.
I'm good with it. I just,
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Good.
Well, I'll accept a motion to suspend the rules. If a motion by Natalie, I need a
Second.
second by Paul,
It was already seconded by Warren.
second by Warren.
so you're asking for a vote on the suspension of
On
the
the
rules?
suspension of the rule first, then we'll go ahead and vote on the appointment. Okay? All those in favor of suspending the rules signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, so be. Now on the motion itself.
The substitute
Natalie?
motion?
Yeah.
Not on the substitution, on the motion itself for the
I still
appointment.
move.
It was moved by Natalie and seconded by Warren.
I think it was
Oh.
seconded by Michael.
Michael.
By Michael.
yeah.
All in favor?
Wait, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
we have a substitution over the main motion. We've had a substitute.
Natalie
I understand, but-
withdrew her
I
substitution.
withdrew my substitute to table it,
Okay,
and I moved to suspend the rules to allow the appointment tonight.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Good, okay. Okay, on the motion itself for the appointment, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, so be. Congratulations, Ms. Hayes. Summary number 153, introduced by legal counsel, a resolution authorizing Iberia Parish President to execute a right-of-way permit between Iberia Parish Government and the Parish Airport Authority and Iberia Economic Development Authority, granting a right-of-way permit in favor of Louisiana Water Company, LORCO, for an installation of water distribution lines along Northwest Bypass,
Move.
Louisiana 3212. Moved by Michael. Need a second? Second by Scott. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, so be. Motion carries. Summary number 154, introduced by legal counsel. A resolution authorizing the parish president to execute a right-of-way permit between Iberia Parish Government, Iberia Parish Airport Authority, Iberia Parish Sewer District Number 1, and Iberia Economic Development Authority for a right-of-way permit in favor of Iberia Parish Sewer District Number 1 for the installation of sewer lines along Northwest Bypass, LA 3212, and other parish roads, all in conjunction with the ARA Access Road Project. Need a motion? Moved by Paul. Need a second? Second by Tommy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Summary number 156, introduced by the Acadiana Fairground Commission. A resolution amending the 2020 Acadiana Fairground Commission fund budget in the amount of $5,000 to create an expenditure line item for facility hosted Sugarina events, all to be funded from concession expenditure line item. I need a motion by Paul.
Second.
Second by Michael. Any comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Summary number 155, introduced by 157. I'm sorry, introduced by the Fire Protection District Number 1. A resolution declaring a certain vehicle of Iberia Parish Fire Protection District Number 1 as surplus, which shall be transferred to reduce the cost of obtaining a new chassis for Rescue 1 Dodge 5500, and further to amend the 2020 Fire Protection District Number 1 fund budget in the amount of $50,000 to provide for the remaining funding to obtain a new chassis for Rescue 1 Dodge 5500, all to be funded from the fund balance previous years. Motion? Moved by Natalie, second by Paul. Any comments? All,
No, then we have to amend the 50,000.
I don't remember what the number was
Andy, do you?
at committee.
Yeah, I don't remember what well, the cost was by trading in the old vehicle that's being surplus. It brought the cost down to $50,000.
Can we still approve it tonight? I know
I think
we
this is
have.
the amended number.
No, we never amended it through committee.
Kim, you on the line?
It's a good question, actually.
Yes, sir.
On the fire district, that $50,000 for that truck for the fire district, is that the right number we're using?
Yes, sir. I believe the actual cost of the chassis itself is $40,000, and then to outfit the extra, I think it's the backside of the truck is approximately like $9,000, and that's net of a $15,000 that would be received from the trade-in value. So the 40 plus the 10 is the 50, which is actually what was reflected in their minutes as well.
So we appropriate, and then they're gonna come back and make the miniature once we get the money back? Is that what she's saying?
I think what I heard is that the chassis is $40,000. The installation is $9,000 after the trade-in. So that's where the $49,000 is coming from.
We good?
Yeah, I mean, if we don't use it, it just goes back into fund.
Correct.
Okay, we got a motion by Nally and a second by Paul. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries.
Move to
I need a motion to adjourn. Motion by Warren, second by Michael.
Straight to committee? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go straight to committee, yes.